see if it'll go. Looks like it's going to try. Okay. All right, guys. Hi. We are going to do a welcome call. I promise you we're not going to keep you here all night long. I'm super excited that you guys are taking some time out of your night to spend with us. My name's Breann. If we haven't met yet, you are going to be seeing my face often. I truly, truly hope that you come and visit me on these calls as often as possible. We do these new distributor calls every Wednesday night. So if you if you're here this week, which you are, and you are like, I still feel like I need more. Next week, there's going to be new leaders that are going to be hosting. I guarantee you they will have a completely different perspective and explain things in a completely different way than I will and Danielle will. So I want you to know that this is a really good idea to just show up weekly for a while until you feel like you got a handle on things. I promise you we will keep it as fun as possible, and we will try and not bore you, and we will try and give you active tips. That way you can leave here working your business right away. Okay. That being said, like I said, my name's Breann. I am from Kansas City. I have 2 kiddos. They are basically adults now, but when I started my business, I had an 18-month-old and a 4-year-old. And I have been doing this for, it'll be 8 years in May. And my baby's turning 9 in a few days, and I have a 6th grader. So my kids have basically grown up in this business, and they have known no other life than me getting to be at home with them. When I first started, we needed an extra $500. Like, it was $500 that was the difference of me getting to stay home with the kids and going back to work full time and putting them in daycare, commuting 40 minutes each way, working 50 plus hours a week. Whenever Scott and I were both working at the same time, we both worked retail for most of that. And I was working in the morning and he was working at night, or we would have to flip it. So we never saw each other. We still didn't have any money. We met in college. He had a degree. I had 2 degrees, and it was like, we were still struggling. It was like something had to give. Like, I kept looking on Pinterest and I'm like, what, like, have you ever just looked at someone else's life and you're like, what do you do? Like, how do you afford this trip to Belize? Like, I feel like we're living a comparable life, and you get in that comparison game. And that's where I was living. It was like, I knew there had to be an easier way. I knew that, especially with all of the education that we had, and I was watching people who was our age doing things that we wanted to do, and I couldn't crack the code. So when this business literally, like, God was like, look, like, dropped it right in my lap, because I never would have gone searching for it. Never in a million years. I did not think people made money. I did not think this was for me. I did not know that it worked. I had never seen it happen for anybody. There was a girl that was a friend of a friend, and I had heard she had these wraps, and we were going on a cruise that we'd put on a credit card, because that's what we want. We wanted to go on a trip. And so how else do you go unless you're putting it on a credit card? We put the entire thing on a credit card, and she had these wraps that were going to make me skinnier. And like, I didn't care, like, give it to me. I'll put it on my body. And I did everything wrong. I ate all the wrong food. I drank, I literally went to melting pot. I don't know if y'all have a melting pot like where you are, but I went and I drank all the wine. I ate all the cheese, and then I put all the chocolate on top of it. And I came home and was like, great, I'm going to put my skinny patch on. And I put it on, and miraculously it worked. I slept in it, and it worked. And I had pictures, and I woke up the next morning and I was like, no way. So I sent my pictures to everybody, literally like everybody I knew. Told them all that we were going to be the skinniest people that we knew. And I called the girl right back and I said, hey, I need you to send me like 2 boxes of these, because me and my friends want some. And she was like, okay, well, if you have friends that want some, why don't you start selling them? And I'm thinking, like, we're all going to do it once. I never thought this was anything that was going to be ongoing. And I was like, yeah, okay. My husband looked at me and said, please don't spend all of our money. And I said, okay. Like, I literally, guys, I was the last person anyone should have asked. I was so naive. I did not know what I was doing, but I was really excited about the product that I had my hands on. Okay. Eventually, like, in the beginning of my business, I didn't do anything. Like I got my first 4 customers. At the time, we only needed 4. We're going to talk to you guys about getting your customers here in a few minutes and what that looks like. But like, I went out and I got my customers, and then we moved and life got busy, like got super busy. And then I didn't do anything, guys. Like I just completely like stopped because I was moving and I was busy and I had little kids. And once we got moved and once we got settled, I picked my business up again, and I was like, I think I could make some money at this. Like, I think this could be a thing. Like the girl that signed me up said she was making like $5,000 a month. And I was like, huh, like she looks like she's pretty normal. She's a teacher. Maybe I can do it. And I started telling everybody that I knew that I was almost making $500 a month. Guys, let me tell you how much my first paycheck was. $43. Okay. But I started telling everybody I knew I was almost making $500 a month. I figured they didn't need to know how close almost was. Like, that's none of their business. So I started telling everybody that I was going, and I didn't want to, that talking to people about the business was what scared me the most. But guys, what I realized very quickly was that it wasn't just me. Let's see, how many of us are here right now? There's 35 of us here right now. That's just a drop in the bucket of everybody that is even on our team page. Guys, you are not the only one who needs something like this in your life. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over a few more things about, you know, what it looks like to work our business and to connect with other people who have something like this on their heart, who are looking for an answer, who are trying to reach their goals. And then we're going to tell you how to help all of those people in your life. Okay. All right, Danielle, I'm going to toss it to you. You didn't, whoa. You missed your cue. Hold on, I gotta unmute you. Let's try again.
Okay. Hi. I am Danielle. I live in Chicago. A little history. I started this business after my son was born. So I tried the product. I was a customer for 2 years. I used the stretch mark cream and we used to have the green chews, but I used the stretch mark cream every single day during my pregnancy. And I was sold. Like it made my pregnancy so much nicer. My belly didn't itch. It was great. No stretch marks. But after my son was born, I realized I wanted to stay home. And I had that thought in the back of my mind, like it would be nice to stay home, but we needed 2 incomes. My husband's a firefighter. He makes really good money, but we have a lifestyle that we like to live. And I didn't want to give things up. And so I knew I needed my income.
Like Amazon.
Like there's Amazon deliveries every single day at my house. So I really need this business for my Amazon problem. But like I had Mason and I like a light switched and I was like, oh my God, I need to stay home. I don't want to work for somebody else. I don't want to leave my baby. I knew we were going to have at least one more child and I didn't want to leave that one too. So I called up my friend Mandy and I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm tired of this. I had $6.13 in my checking account, you guys, when I started. And I was like, I don't even care. I need to do this. And if I could make $200 to $500 a month, I could start paying off debt and I could start like saving and doing things a little bit differently so that I could eventually stay home. And I got pregnant with my daughter and she was born in May of 2019 and I quit my job on maternity leave because of this business. I have been able to stay home full time for the past 9 months with both of my children. Mason is just over 2. So I had 2 littles under 2 for a little while there, and it's tough some days, but it beats going to work for somebody else every single day. And I get to work this business around my children, around my family, and with my friends. You get to decide who you get to work with, and that has been amazing. Like there's people in this business that I am so close to that I didn't even know a year ago. So whatever you started for, write it down. If you started for your children, if you started for your family, if you started for a 6-figure savings account, if you started to save that you want to go on vacation once a year with your husband or your spouse or your family, write it down, because that why, that reason that got you started is going to be your driving force for your business. It's going to remind you why you started this. And it can change. It absolutely can change over the course of your business, because mine has changed. I wanted to stay home. First, I wanted to make $500. Then I wanted to stay home. Then I want to pay off debt. Now I want to save for vacations for 2 to 3 times a year. I want to, buy my husband his scuba equipment. So your why can change, or the reasons behind what you're going for can change. But there's always that initial starting. Okay, I want to do this for my kids. I want to show them that there's more that's possible. So write it down. Whatever it is a reason for you to keep pushing and to remember what this business can do and what it can show your family and your children. Do you want me to keep going with social media, or do you want to jump in?
I'll jump in really quick.
Okay.
Guys, let me just tell you that you'll never be on a call like this with me that is this organized, because Danielle gave me like a set list that I have to follow. Let me consult my notes and find out where we are. Okay, so there is something you're going to hear us talking about a lot in your new business, and that is called steps to success. Okay, you're going to hear us repeat it again and again and again. I will tell you flat out, I did not take this seriously for a very long time. And when I say long time, I mean on the upside of 2 years, 2 pushing 3 years. I literally was like, it's a great idea for you, but probably not going to work out for me. Like, I'm going to clap for you, but like, I'm not really going to take that seriously. Let me tell you what that did for me. Not a lot. Okay. So when I explain this to you, I want you to take it seriously, because once I committed to doing this, my business exploded, because not only did I do it, but I taught other people to do it. So I want you to know that when we tell you anything, I need you to trust that it is because it is 100% what I am already doing. Danielle also. I will never put anyone in front of you guys that is not somebody that is setting a very good example in their business. Okay. I want you guys to get to see just amazing examples of business owners and what's possible. Okay. So just trust that I'm not going to be like, hey, this is a really great idea for you, but I'm going to kick back over here. It doesn't work like that. Okay. So steps to success. Step number 1 is going to be to become commission qualified. And we're going to do that in one of 2 ways. Okay. Number 1, either you are going to, what it boils down to is either we gotta order some stuff, or we gotta sell some stuff in order for the company to know that they need to write us a check. Okay. So every single month, personally, I run an 80 BV auto ship. Now, BV stands for bonus volume, and that is it's basically like a point system that correlates to how much, that goes along with how much something costs. So like, let's take the wraps, for example. They're $59, they're 54 BV. Okay, we get paid on the BV. If you ever see that the BV is a little bit lower than the cost of it, that's because it costs more for the company to make. So they pay us a little bit less, but that's because we're able to sell a little bit more in the long run, which is allowing us to make more money. Does that make sense? Clear as mud? Okay. So I either order 80 BV every month, or you can sell 150 BV in product. Okay. It's entirely up to you. I will tell you that one of the best ways to operate your business is to become a product of the product. You guys are business owners. Okay. You are officially a business owner. That's another little tidbit that I didn't know for like 2 years. I wasn't running my business like a business. I was running it like this little hobby, because basically don't tell my husband, but basically that's kind of what he made me feel like I had, was this cute little hobby that just brought in a little bit of extra money a month. Once I decided to start running this like a business, things changed big time. Okay. So I order product. I started using the product. I started sharing my results with other people. And you guys can tell my story all day long. I lost 40 pounds using our keto coffee and chocolate greens last year. And like, tell my story. You guys are going to eventually see a picture of me on a paddleboard, a before and after picture of the 2 times ever I've been on a paddleboard. And but the pictures make it seem like I do it all the time. But you can share my story forever, but really and truly, it's important to get one of your own eventually. So find a product that you're excited to start using, whether it's the coffee, whether it's, okay, I want you guys to comment in the chat, what products are you excited to try? Okay. Whether it's the wraps, whether it's the hair, skin, and nails, you know what, maybe it's defining gel, maybe it's going to be our new skincare line. Like, we have got so many really awesome things. Like, we don't even open and share about our wraps that often. I just saw a video on TikTok of a girl putting a wrap on, get 500,000 views and a boatload of messages to go along with it. So, I mean, like, we have products that people want. Instant tightening, toning, and firming of your skin is something that people want. That is what brought me into this business. So I still talk about our wraps all of the time. Okay. I mean, and then the coffee, it's something that I'm going to share about until the end of time. It has done wonders. And also, it's like a punch of awesome first thing in the morning. So that is going to be step number 1, to get yourself commission qualified. All right. Step number 2 is going to be to get your first 6 loyal customers. Okay. A loyal customer is a person who orders 1 product a month for 3 months in a row. Okay. Very simple. You can order at retail, but it's not very fun. You're going to pay 40 to 50% more. Most people will become loyal customers. Very rarely, very, very, very once in a every 3-year type things will I have somebody order at retail. It just doesn't happen. So 1 product a month for 3 months in a row, and you want to get 6 of those a month. Now, each one of you guys have 30 days from when you first joined to get your 6 loyal customers, and that is going to get you $150 in free product. Okay, like, that's just a no-brainer. Like, let's get you some free product. Let's get you some of the stuff that you're dropping in the chat that you're excited to try. And technically, for every 2 customers you get 50 of those dollars. So if you get 2 customers today, guys, sign 2 customers today. Get yourself your first $50. That way you can get your first product on the way. You know, you can get your first bag of coffee. If you want to try the keto coffee, you can get some collagen. Guys, collagen's amazing. It's like drinkable skincare. So get those 6 out of the way. And then, yeah, for every 2, you get $50 in product credit to equal 150, and you're going to get 1 product reward. Okay. And the product reward gives you a very deep discount on some of our best selling products. It's like Skinny Brew, wraps, facials, keto coffee. Is there anything else, Danielle? I'm gonna mute you. What?
Energy.
Yeah, I thought there was one more. Okay. And guys, they're like, the wraps are like 25 and the facials are 25 and everything else is like 19, I think. It is going to be just another added benefit for you to work your business. What we want to do is we want you to get experience with everything we have to offer right off the bat. Okay. So $150 in product, and then get 3 product rewards, and then go use them. All right. You're going to have your hands on a lot of product that's going to really show your customers some really good examples. Okay. So that is that. That is step 2. Okay. 6 loyal customers. And we work to do that every single month. Now, step 3. This is the one that I told you that I struggled with. Okay. I was cool with the products. I could talk about the products. I knew I was excited about the products. I was excited to try the wraps. Talking about the business, on the other hand, made me nervous. It kind of made me sweat a little bit. And that was because I didn't know what to say to people, because I didn't want to assume anything about their bank accounts. I didn't want to be like, hey, I'm doing this. Like, I know, like, our lives looked like we were okay. Like, why would I go around sharing that I had started a business? Like, it wasn't that I wasn't embarrassed of it. I was just hesitant to assume that other people needed it the same way we did. Okay. And what I learned very quickly was that Everybody needs it. If everybody has credit card debt these days, everybody has student loans, everybody has medical debt, everybody has a mom that they could help, everybody has a crazy brother that they could help. Guys, we all have someone in our lives that could use something like this. Okay, so an extra $500 was it for us. So let me tell you where that comes into play. The next step, step 3, is to find 3 people who want to make money with you. Now, if you are brand new, you were given 3 promo codes to help someone join for $69 instead of $99. Okay. Do you have a pen? Anybody got a pen? Because I'm going to give you instructions on where to find those promo codes because we're going to use them. So you're going to log into itworks.com with your website with your login and password. So your ID number that you use to log into the Connect app. I'm assuming everybody has logged into the Connect app. Okay, you're going to use that login and password to log into itworks.com, and that's going to take you to your back office that's called eSuite. Okay? From there, along the top, there's a bunch of tabs, and I want you to click on the one that says reports. And one of those reports is going to say promo code report. And that's where you will find your promo code to give your friends to join your business for $30 off. Okay? If anybody didn't catch that, somebody can drop it in the chat. But also in your eSuite, just while you're there, there's some tax questions. Go ahead and answer them because you're on a commission hold until you answer them and you will not get paid. They'll show up in like bright red on the very front screen. So just make sure you click on that, and they're super simple yes or no questions. Thank you, Jessica, for posting that. And so 3 distributors, okay? You guys have 30 days to use that promo code. After 30 days, those promo codes are going to expire. That's true, right? Their promo codes are only good until the end of February for us.
For us, they are 30 days.
And 30 days
for any newbies.
Yes, that's what I thought. Okay, and 30 days for you guys. So from 30 days from the day you joined, then they're expired. Okay, so you want to help 3 people to join your business. No exceptions on this. Just do it, because for each person that you help get started, once you help them get their first 6 customers, guess what? You get a $150 bonus, and those are paid out weekly. Okay, so this isn't like commissions that will come on your big commission check. These get paid out on Friday. So guys, that's $450 in bonus money right there in your very first month. Like if you were to come to me and you were to say, Breann, I need an extra $500 a month for my car payment, this is exactly what I would tell you to do. You need to enroll 3 people. We need to help each one of those people bring in 6 customers, and then you'll get those bonuses paid out weekly. Okay? If you have any questions about that, ask them in the chat because this part is important. We do these calls weekly because we anticipate you guys signing your 3 distributors right away. This isn't something we want you to wait on. We know you don't know what you're doing. Okay, that's our job. We're very good at training. We're going to make sure that your people feel loved and that they're taken care of and that everybody figures out what they're doing. But right now, I will tell you guys, I had my first person today. It happened. She got her income tax back. Okay, it is time for people to be getting their income tax back, and y'all, they're going to have money, and you want to be a part of that. Okay, trust me. And not only that, but what would you do with an extra $450? Like in your first month of starting your new business, make $100 or $450 and then go tell all your friends that you made $500 in your first business, and then see how excited they are to jump in on this with you guys. I promise you. And each one of you guys, and then I'm going to toss this over to Danielle. Each one of you guys that joined in the month of February, if you joined after February 2nd, okay, if you joined on February 1st, it looks a little bit different. I'm going to assume most of you joined after February 2nd. You have until the end of May to earn a $15,000 bonus by growing your team. Okay, it's a combination of signing customers and signing distributors. I don't know, are we getting into that tonight at all? We're not, right? It's another call, it's another training. But I want you guys to write that down. Write down $15,000 And then I want you to ask your enroller, how do I earn a $15,000 bonus by May? We have earned over $380,000 in bonuses since we've been a part of this company. So I don't play around when it comes to bonus money. If you guys are determined and excited to earn one of those bonuses, we will show you exactly how to do it. Okay, so write that down, ask your enroller about it, and if you have any questions about it, come find me. Okay, all right, Danielle, your turn.
Okay, so I want to touch on or talk about social media. We are running our business through social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever avenue. I work mostly on Facebook and Instagram. And it's important to show that your business is open, right? You want to be posting, you want to be putting in stories, you want to be going live or talking in your story about what you're doing. Being consistent with that is so important. And I'm going to tell you why. You are going to be posting and talking about what this business is doing for you, for your family, or what the products are doing for you, or what it's going to do. Speak life into what this business is going to do for your family. I look back on my Facebook memories and I see a year ago that I had a picture of my son and this was my work view today, and I can't wait for this to be my full-time view. Just wait, like this is coming. I'm going to be home full-time. I'm going to be doing this. I wasn't home yet full-time. I wasn't making that full-time income just yet, but I was speaking life into it and showing my friends and my family what this business could do. So if you don't have your own story just yet, or you haven't earned that first bonus just yet, talk about it anyway. Talk about what that $100 is going to do for you. Talk about, when you get your first paycheck, you paid for gas this week or for the month. I wanted to pay for gas and groceries. So that's what I talked about. But being consistent with your postings on your Facebook wall is huge. So we go by the rule of threes. So the 3 posts, 1 opportunity, a lifestyle, and a product post. And it can be any product. It could be a product that you're using. It could be a product that you want to use or that you are talking about this week. So like I like to try and talk about the cleanse for 2 weeks, and then coffee and this new skinny brew and keto tea that we just got. So you can break up your social media however you want, but consistency is key. And by posting, you're showing that you're open for business. Okay, if you don't post for 8 hours or 12 hours or even like 3 days, people are going to be like, oh, she started this, but she or he started this, but they aren't doing it anymore. Because I'm going to tell you that consistency, people are watching you. They may not like or comment on something, but they are watching you post and they are watching your stories, and they may never like or comment on anything, but you know what? That next week, they are going to message you and they're gonna be like, okay, tell me about this skinny coffee. Tell me about this cleanse. And I'm telling you, I have had people since the beginning of my business, even now, and it's gonna happen in the future, they have never liked or commented on a single thing of mine, but they message me separately saying, I'm ready. It's about the product, about the opportunity. They've watched me make money. They've watched me post about it. And they're ready in their time. So we talk about it. We talk about the opportunity. We talk about the products. We talk about what it's doing for us. And we need to be there when they're ready, right? And I can't even stress how amazing it is when they're like, no, they've never liked or commented anything, but when they're ready, they are ready to run, and they're ready to work on their goals, or they're ready to run after these bonuses with you. And it takes consistency. And I know you're going to be posting and you might not get a comment on one of your posts. You might get a like or several likes, but nobody comments. Do not get discouraged, because people are watching. They are watching and waiting for that 1 ounce of courage that they need to come and contact you or to comment. So stay consistent in posting regardless, because you're showing everybody that you are open for business and that you are here and willing to talk about it. And on social media, people can like they want to hide behind things, and you are there to break down those barriers and break down those walls to everybody else. And by not only sharing the product and the opportunity, but sharing your story. Why did you start? What do you want to do with the money that you're going to make? What is your reason why? You know, I mean, I wanted to stay home with my kids, and that's all I talked about. I talked about how I wanted to quit my job, and I wanted to work for myself, and I wanted to pay off debt. And I cried on a live after I quit my job because it happened. I did it, but I worked my butt off for it. But you need to be talking about all of those things so that people can see you're a real person going after real goals and doing real things and making real money. And so it's very important just to talk about that and be yourself. The other thing, if you guys you're posting on social media and you don't want to just be an It Works billboard, because you still want to be yourself. You want to show people pictures of your dogs or your animals or your kids, or like me, I love going to wineries and I love buying stuff on Amazon. And anytime I'm out at a place, I check in on Facebook, and this is where we are and this is what we're doing. I don't stop those things. But the one thing that I did stop make sure is cleaning up my Facebook and not sharing a bunch of things on Facebook. So when you find like that funny GIF or a funny picture or a quote that you love, I don't just hit the share button, because what that share button is doing is it's taking away your followers and bringing them to somebody else's content. And you want them to stay on your content and be on your wall. So, okay, they're going to click on that quote and they're going to go to wherever that quote came from. And maybe that was a different person and they're also with a network marketing business, or they're another It Works distributor. And then you no longer have the ability to talk to that person about what you do and what you bring to the table. And maybe you would have jived with them so much better than wherever they were taken to. Does that make sense? So you want to, if there's a quote that speaks to you, or a really funny GIF, and like you're a funny person and you love to share those things, save it and post it. And you could even give whoever it was credit. Like I posted a quote from a firewife. It was from a firewife page, and another firewife shared it. I copied it and I gave credit to the people that did it first, but I didn't want them to take away from my content, right? So I posted it and I gave the credit and I reposted it on my wall. So just be mindful of what you're doing on your social media, because it is now your business, and you still want to bring yourself and like your life and all of the things that you normally do, but you want to be mindful of the share button. Breann, did you have anything you wanted to add to that? Okay. So the other thing with, yes, you did, or no, you didn't? Okay. So the other thing you want to be doing is you want to be interacting with your following. So people that you see on your timeline, first and foremost, are going to be the most active people on your social media. You want to be commenting and liking and using more than 6 words when you comment, not just say, hey, cool or nice. Like be yourself, but like be involved and like engage with them. And if you can ask a question on something, that's even better, because you're growing relationships organically. And then say there's somebody that's on your heart that you know that you would love to work with in this business, and you think that they would be really good at this, or you think that they could use an extra income, add them as a favorite or see first, so that anytime they post that they pop up and you can interact on their social media. And like I've done that when I don't have like that 10 seconds of courage that I need to ask them directly. I want to interact with them a little bit and see their post and see their story and like interact and see their pictures of their kids or their pets or whatever that they're doing. And then as I see that, then I can have my courage to message them and say, hey, I'm doing this. I would love to do this with you. Have you ever thought about it? But for any of your potentials or people that you want to follow or that you think that you want to do this with, add them to see first so that you can interact on their posts a lot more frequently, because Facebook is funny with algorithms, and the more you interact and like and comment on things, the more you're going to see different people. And the reason I'm telling you this is because all of those people that you're talking or you're commenting on and liking and doing things with their posts, they are now going to start seeing your posts more often. Facebook is going to show them your posts because you're interacting on everybody else's. So if you don't think that that's important, it very much is, because algorithm is a tricky thing sometimes. But if you are reaching out to people and you're commenting thoughtfully and, you know, sending happy birthday messages and just talking to people genuinely, people are going to start seeing your content even more. And I can attest to this, because talking to people and messaging and commenting on things and then going live, it shifts how many people see your post and how many interactions that I get to have now, because I'm more consistent with that, and I get to talk to new people all the time. And remember, like, your social media feed, maybe 15% of your followers might see that post that day. So you want to make sure that, like, you're talking about it and you're talking about different things and different products and the opportunity, because there's a new 15% of your Facebook seeing that post. So it's not something that you don't have to feel like it's redundant or like, oh, I just said that 2 days ago.
You know, I like what you said about, especially about going live. I know that there's a lot of you guys that are here right now that you're like, I will never. I was one of you. Okay. I too was one that said I would never. And now I'm like, what kind of fool can I make of myself on the daily? But I mean, like, don't be afraid of it, because first of all, everybody is doing it. People either stop and watch or they scroll on by. You know, I don't know if any of you guys watch the show Schitt's Creek, but one of my favorite quotes that I repeat all of the time, what they said in there, she said, nobody thinks about you as much as you think about you. And that is words to live by. Like, guys, nobody is out there really, truly caring about what you're doing. And if they are really caring about what you're doing in a not positive, not overly supportive way, it doesn't sound like there's somebody that you want to be in the forefront of your life anyways. Okay? So just go out there and be whoever you want to be. Okay? It's the internet, quite frankly. And we were just joking yesterday, like how they used to be like, oh my God, don't talk to strangers on the internet. I talk to everybody on the internet. All of my best friends live on the internet. That's where you guys live. Okay. This is where I want to hang out. Everybody is hanging out on their phones anyways. Okay. It only makes sense that you guys have a business that's going to allow you to make money on social media, because that's where your friends live. Okay. So the next thing that was on the agenda was cleaning up your Facebook. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm going to briefly touch on this because after I take a drink of water, sorry. Because I'm going to choke. Because quite frankly, it's very easy to fix. If you are somebody who has been doing a lot of what Danielle was talking about, do I need to cover this? You didn't cover this part already, did you? Okay. Sharing a lot. If you are posting things that are negative, like, I don't know, maybe go back and delete the last few. We really do want to just spread positivity. I always compare it to if you went to a restaurant and there were overly political views that were posted everywhere and they disagreed with what you believed, would you go back? Probably not. Okay. No matter how good the food was. If it was something that was different than, now I'm not saying don't have strong views and don't have morals and values and all of that. Like, guys, those are important. We do not want you to become a walking, talking at work robot, but also I try and keep my stuff pretty neutral for the most part. Every once in a while you'll catch me fired up about something, but like for the most part, I keep it pretty even keel. So here's what I want to challenge you guys to do in efforts of cleaning up your Facebook. I just want you to start posting on it. Now, just imagine for a second, if you do 3 posts a day for 7 days, I don't care if you bump into somebody at the grocery store and they want to know what you're up to. They're not going to scroll past 21 posts to figure it out. Okay. So go just start adding content to your Facebook. I feel like everybody's like waiting for us to say like, okay, now post this. Now go post a nice picture of your family. Now go share about what you did this afternoon at the park. Now go guys, just go out there, start sharing your life on social. Because here's the thing, people are going to buy stuff from you for 2 reasons. Number 1, they know you in real life, they love you, they trust you. Okay, it's your mom, it's your grandma, it's your aunt, it's your cousin, it's your sister. Like, it's somebody that knows you, that knows that they want to be supportive of you. Number 2 is that they trust you because you've developed consistency on social media. Okay, so when people come to my social media, and if they have been following me for a while, they know that I have 2 kids. They know that I work from home. They know that I'm a Christian. They know that I love watching trash on Netflix and reading trash novels. They know that I am obsessed with my coffee. They know that we have infertility and that we are going through infertility treatments. Like, I share about my life. Now, granted, it may take time to work up to that, and you may never want to reach that level of vulnerability in this moment. But I will tell you right now, I want you to think about those posts that you get sucked into. Okay, those posts that really like make you feel things like in your bones, they're the ones that are vulnerable. Okay, they're the ones that people are sharing about their lives. They're brave enough to share about their lives. And I used to look at those posts and be like, oh my God, I can't believe they're saying all those things. That's what people want to see. That is what people connect with. I have gotten so many thoughtful messages and prayers, and I've met so many people because I have chosen to be vulnerable. Okay. And put details on Facebook that like my own family wouldn't know had I not chosen to share it. And guys, it's freeing. Like, I think that you reach a point in your life where I used to care a lot and I care much less now. But also, like, it in the process of cleaning up your social media, I want you to think about 5 things that describe you. Okay. I just gave you the 5 things that describe me. So what describes you? What do you want people to think of when they think of you? Okay. So just, that's not something that's like a mandatory assignment, but like, I want you just to get your wheels turning a little bit. And honestly, it's something that developed for me. It wasn't like, oh shoot, my computer's ready to die. Oh, do I have a charger up here? Okay, I may have to go relocate to find it. Okay, Danielle, you talk about haps. I'm gonna go because this is
Okay.
911. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, you're going to hear a lot of us talk about HAPS, or host to post, HAP. It is going to help you in all aspects of your business. It's going to help you gain loyal customers, distributors, potentials, and it's going to grow your business organically. So basically what a HAP is you're going to ask somebody on your friends list, family, friends. I ask my mom all the time. I ask them if they are willing to put a post on their wall for me, and they say yes. I give them the copy paste post that I want to send them, and they post it on their wall. And then anybody that comments, I message them and talk to them about whatever I had my mom post about, or whoever posted. So you could do products, you could do the opportunity, and say I posted about the coffee. Hi friends, my daughter Danielle, or my friend Danielle, is looking for 4 product testers to try her skinny coffee at her discount. Who is looking to lose 10 plus pounds drinking coffee? And whoever comments, I will go to them. I will add them as a friend. This is very important. You want to always add anybody that's commenting, you want to add them as a friend on Facebook, because you want them to be seeing now your content as well. And you get to talk to them, and you get to say, hey, your kids are adorable. You're going to message them, and you're going to say, hey, I'm excited to talk to you about our keto coffee. you're looking to lose 10 plus pounds. What is your ideal weight loss goal? And do you drink coffee daily? And then you're just going to start the conversation. But the HAP is, you could ask a whole bunch of people to post for you. And you're going to be able to grow your network organically. And that's, I mean, expanding your network is important in your business, but this allows you to already have mutual friends. You've already established that initial relationship that you need. So I have found that being consistent with HAPs and trying to get 7 to 10 up a day has been super helpful for my business. And, loyal customers, distributors, I've found all of them on social media through Host to Post. In the last, since I started my business, I've been doing that, but I finally got consistent with it. And it took me a minute because it can be hit and miss. If you do one and you don't get comments, couple of things. In the comments of a HAP for a product, post a before and after picture. So I talked about the keto coffee. I'm going to snag Breann's keto coffee photo because she lost 40 pounds and looks amazing. And I'm going to put that in the comments and be like, hey, my girl Breann lost 40 pounds last year. And I have one from Kelly Doll. She lost a ton of weight after Kennedy was born. So I talk about that. I put it in the comments. It's going to do two things. It's going to boost your post for that HAP. And it's going to show the people that are looking at that post what the product can do. So it's so important to post a before and after picture if you can. And post the new ones. I know Kelly Doll's down 41 pounds since she had Kennedy. That's amazing. Post a before and after picture. And if you have personal ones, I post those. If I do a hat for the wraps, I wrap my legs, and I wrapped them 8 times, and I'm actually like my legs now. And so I try and keep it with my friends or my own. And as you get your own results, you better believe you better be shouting that from the rooftops for your hats. Put them in the comments. This is my personal results, because you are a real person to those people. And that builds you even more. So if it's an opportunity post or opportunity HAP, drop the income chart and get with your enroller for the income disclosure chart, and they will send it to you. But it's going to show, for the opportunity, you always want to be dropping income disclosure charts in the comments anyway, because that's something that comes down from corporate. But for the product, you want to post the before and after picture, show what it can do. Hair, skin, and nails, post. I have personal results from that, from my postpartum hair loss, and it's done wonders for postpartum hair. There's all this hair up here, but you want to be posting before and after pictures. So every time you ask somebody to post and they say yes, you're going to give them a post. There is a units tab on Mountain Movers that has HAP. There is also is it the first 25 day post, there's some in there as well. Biggest takeaway, change the wording and spacing and emojis every single time. Change it up. You could say, hey, my friend Danielle, at the first sentence, and then talk about the coffee, or say, hey, I'm looking for product testers for my keto coffee. My friend Danielle is sharing her discount today. Change it up, because every time you do a copy paste post that's the same as somebody else's, it's going to block both of your posts. So you don't want to do that. That can absolutely hurt your business or hurt who is seeing those posts. So change it up each time. And you could even, on the ones that are if you keep it short and sweet, you can have a color background. If you were to type it into your status, take a picture of it and save that picture, crop it, and just ask them to post the picture. And then you can send that to multiple people.
Super quick on this topic. I feel like we've given you guys plenty of information tonight. So I want you to write this down, because Host to Post is one of the most important ways you will learn to grow your business. Okay. If you choose to drag your feet on this, you will not be signing as many customers as you want to be. I don't know what my dog's doing. Jasper. Please stop. But write this down. Host a post for dummies, and it's on YouTube, and her name is Rachel Jones. Okay. Yeah. She does a very good video. Your enroller can get it for you also. She does a very good video that breaks it down. And part of learning this, part of being successful in this business is accepting the fact that you are now a professional learner. Okay. If there is a topic that you want to know more about, ask or go figure it out. Okay. We are here. You are going to have a million questions, and we will be here for all of them. Okay. But don't be afraid to go seek your own answers also. YouTube is a well of knowledge. If you go, I mean, we can give you a handful of people that you can go search, and you're going to find so many training ideas that are current and that are super helpful. Okay. So I want you to know that I'm still learning new things after almost 8 years. And I was learning new things almost every single day for like 3 years that were shocking to me. I would be like, oh my God, how in God's name did I not know this? Like, so don't worry about knowing everything all at once. You're not going to. Okay. What we want you to do is to just take what you know and run with it. Okay. It'll all come. All right. It's like learning a new language. You wouldn't expect to decide you're going to start speaking Spanish and then be fluent in Spanish tomorrow. Okay. It takes time. Show yourself grace. That being said, we're going to set you guys free for the night. Okay. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. I'm super proud of you guys. If you have any questions, make sure you're letting us know. If you're not in our Mountain Movers page, make sure you add yourself there, or ask your enroller to get you added there. It's our team page. We have a lot of information in there, updates on calls and things like that. So just make sure that you ask about it, and we'll get you in there as soon as we can. Okay. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Go do good things.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks, Danielle. Bye.
Bye.